Whatever they would have to do this season, I mean, maybe they can go on and then finish fourth. So remember, they've also got some European commitments to do this season, though. But Michael, just quick thoughts on Liverpool. ARNE SLOT looking like so much hasn't changed under what Klopp was doing, trying to continue from where he started. It's been a relatively good preseason for him so far. Your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think that prior to the game, I was believing that Manchester United but equally seem not to have done so much of, have not produced quite a bad run of form, especially with respect to this preseason. I think it's been fairly good. So I was expecting that it would have been one that would have been very much competitive with respect to the play I saw there. But the two teams all at least kept confidence in a lot of big, ordinarily you would have seen the fringe players being given much of opportunity. But I think that if you look at the lineups that the two teams paraded, it was fairly a blend of most of the experience that's mixed up with, or a blend of the experiences with that of the some few fringe sides there. So I think that from a second view of the highlights, you could clearly see that Liverpool clearly seem to have that sort of team chemistry amongst them. You could see how Salah is able to still make that sort of incessant runs into the final third, being able to take advantage of the... maybe you talk about the fact that United defense looks quite not so much solid, or it looks quite porous because of the fact that they are missing the services of some notable defenders there, or notable, defenders as I would want to put it there. But I think that it's a picture that's probably they would want to, because United is coming from a season where they did concede about how many goals, about 81 goals or plus, and the best they can do this season is to make sure that they solve that leakage that they have in their defense there. That seems not to be giving them so much of, more or less, giving them so much of, making them so much prolific, or in terms of when they do much of the scoring. In as much as they score, the conceding becomes another challenge for the Red Devils there. And so I believe that Ten Hag was, in fact, faced so much of criticisms end of the season, and one thing that did the magic for him to be able to retain, his job, was the very fact that he had a lot of injuries. He was probably the coach. He had about 30 plus of injury situations to his belt. I think Chelsea was the only club that came close to him. But this season round, yes, Yeni Euro has sustained injury, taking him from mid, I think, for 3 months. But I think
3 months.
That wouldn't be the probably the scorecard for you. If I want to borrow the name of the show, I think that he would have to really look deeper and make sure that, yes, it's preseason, but the preseason will really have a telling story of what you've had. Manchester City realized that they've had a very bad preseason. They've been losing games against Barcelona, against AC Milan. They've lost against Celtic. But they felt that, no, let's make sure that we make a very good statement of intent against Chelsea. So you saw how the City team ran riot and making sure that by the 4th, 5th minute, they had even started making intent that they were going to wrap up the game. And no wonder it ended in 4-2. So for Liverpool and Real Madrid, for Liverpool and Manchester City, I should say, I think they would really have to, for City, for United especially, I think there's a lot of question marks for them to look out for going into the season. For Liverpool, I'm sure ARNE SLOT will be quite confident that despite he has not been too busy on the transfer market, I think that something better could cook up as far as the season commencing is concerned.
All right.